In today's IELTS general reading lesson, we'll be taking a look at the key skills of skimming and scanning. These are essential reading techniques that you will need to know in order to ace your IELTS test. So let's jump right in. You're probably thinking, what is skimming and scanning? You probably already do it often when you're reading. So let's take a look at some definitions. Skimming and scanning. We'll start with skimming. Skimming is when you quickly read through a passage to grasp its main ideas without focusing on every single word and every single detail. It's fast, quick reading of the main ideas, but not absolutely all comprehension. So it's very useful when we have a timed, an amount of time in a reading test, for example. We can skim through to get an overall understanding. Now, scanning is slightly different. Scanning involves quickly looking through and over a body of text to find specific information. I know what I'm looking to try and find. It might be some keywords or something, or even numbers and dates. So during scanning, you are looking for key information you want to find. You're not particularly reading anything, really. You're just looking for keywords, dates, people's names, for example. Okay, the objective of skimming is to quickly get some understanding of the main ideas, content, and structure of the text. It's not a deep comprehension, but it's a pretty quick but good understanding of main ideas and content. Whereas with scanning, the objective is to quickly find key information like names, dates, keywords, without having to read the entire text. Objective of skimming, some comprehension, but very quickly get that comprehension. Objective of scanning, locate key information really quickly. Okay, skimming, why it's so useful. So skimming is handy when you need to get a quick overview and quick general understanding of a text. It saves time instead of reading everything really carefully and slowly. Why is scanning useful? Again, it's going to save you a lot of time. It's great if you have a specific question, or I know what I'm looking for, like I'm looking for details and keywords. It's really efficient and it'll save you a lot of time when looking for targeted information. Both skimming and scanning are quick reading strategies, and they're going to be really useful within the IELTS reading test. So skimming, super quick reading of text to get the big picture and main idea. Comprehension. Scanning, speedily searching for specific details in a text like dates or keywords. And reading for detail. So we're not going to go through reading for detail in this lesson, but just so you know, this is the deepest type of reading. Careful, slow reading for deeper comprehension of the text. Reading for detail, you might do a little bit of this, like very small amount within the IELTS reading test. When you're wanting to say, check your answer, you might read a few sentences for detail to check. But reading for detail is often something we do for enjoyment when we're reading texts and books at home, like just in our spare time. We read for detail, we read every word carefully and enjoy it. Skimming and scanning are things we do more often within tests. Okay, we've talked about what skimming and scanning are. It's time for a little bit of practice from you. So let's begin now. Skimming practice first. Question, choose the best heading for the upcoming reading passage. Or should I say choose the best title for the upcoming reading passage? A, exploring a city's daily life. B, different book genres and book clubs. C, a happy space for book lovers. D, a magical local market. So what I will do is show you a text now, and I'll give you 20 seconds to skim, read for comprehension, but very quickly through the text and try and choose A, B, C, D. So do try and stick within roughly about 20 seconds. I'll actually time this and come back to you in 20 seconds and then try and choose your answer. So your 20 seconds begins now. And stop there. Now that seemed very short. I actually gave you a little bit more time than 20 seconds. So you've had a read through the text. You've kind of got over most of it quickly. If you really feel like you need to just have another quick read, you could pause the video now and just have more of a skim. Don't read every word carefully. Just read through, think about the keywords, let your eyes follow through the text. Keywords, key language used, and okay, so you can pause the video now if you need to do that. However, let's go back to the questions. So, best title, best heading for this passage. Now, it starts off talking about the city, so A, exploring a city's daily life. Might be a bit confusing, but that's not the main topic. B, different book genres and book clubs. Well, it does talk about book clubs. That's a key phrase used in the passage, but that's not the main topic. D, a magical local market. Again, a local market is described in the first sentence of the passage, but that's not the whole purpose of the text. So C really is the best fit answer. A happy space for book lovers. Now, the whole passage is talking about a bookstore called Whimsical Words. So that's what the passage is really discussing. And I've highlighted some key words at the bottom. A joyful hub for book lovers. A happy space for book lovers. So that key language there kind of summarizes everything and helps me to pin down the answer. But I need to skim the whole passage to get an understanding of what is described. We talk about the city first and the markets, and then we move on to the bookstore, talk about what it's like inside and some of the books they have and how the community enjoys it. So yeah, the passage is mostly, well, pretty much all talking about this happy space for book lovers. There you go. Some practice of skimming. I can't remember every single word in the passage, but I've had a quick read through to understand the main idea of the text. And that is skimming. Now we'll move on to scanning practice. Question first. How many recycling bins are available in Greenville Park? How many? Okay, so we're looking for numbers now. What I'll do is give you 20 seconds, and I'm going to be strict with this. Run through the text with your eyes really quickly. You're looking for numbers. I might even drop that to just a little under 20. So that time starts now. And I'll stop you there. That was more like 18 seconds. I'm pushing you a little bit to try and get you scanning quickly. You don't need to be reading the text. You're just running through it to find some numbers, which you can see highlighted here. There's actually 2 examples. Now, this is the IELTS test trying to trick you by inserting extra numbers. A common mistake here would be that this number 4, underlined in black, a student might write that as the answer. There's 4 recycling bins available. But if you read the information around the key word, which is a great strategy, find a key word and read the sentence to deepen understanding without reading the whole text. So let's look at 4. An eco-initiative includes 4 informative signage displays. So we're not talking about bins here. Drop further down. Greenville Park boasts 15 recycling bins. So the answer is 15. Normally the question would say answer in 1 word, 2 words, 3 words, but this is just an example. So there we have an example of scanning. I didn't read any of the text. I barely know what the text is on about just from, this example, but I was just scanning through with my eyes to find any mention of numbers. And again, it tried to trick me by putting 2 examples in here. Okay, so just to summarize for you, skimming, super quick reading of text to get the big picture and main idea. Scanning, speedily searching for specific details in a text. So there we go. We've introduced the concept of skimming and scanning. They are super important within the IELTS general reading test. But again, they are skills. So don't feel like right now that you've got to be, quite confident already at this. Some of you might be, but it's a skill which takes practice. And as you do a few practice tests, you'll definitely improve in skimming and scanning and sort of developing your time management skills too.